I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but of all the clothing and accessories in the world, how on earth do stores decide the best items to load up on for you, for me, for all their ideal customers? We're a pretty diverse crew. How do they know what we want? Now, I know there's probably some formula behind it all, and buyers and fashion forecasters have their own ideas about how this works. But how's this for a formula? Dress a city. Interesting concept, huh? And it works. How? That's next. You are about to meet hands down one of the most fashionable fashioners on this earth. But before you do, let's get an understanding of that term, fashioner. According to good old dictionary.com, a fashioner is a person who fashions, forms, or gives shape to anything. For Tanvi Asher, a fashioner based in New York and the owner of Peppermint Boutique, that means she doesn't just design clothes, she also buys and styles pieces, among many other tasks. And to think, the seed was sown when she was just a little tiny tyke.
You know, I've always had a very strong relationship with clothes. I love them. Even when I was little, I loved to buy fabrics in the market and have them sewn just to my body. So I always liked having things like couture, even though we couldn't always afford it. We were very blessed to be from a part of India where you can, have access to the most beautiful fabrics you can ever imagine.
Tanvi says even as a kid, she knew that first impressions were directly connected with what she was wearing. Go figure. Now she owns one of the most popular boutiques in Rochester, New York, and she works with women every day on those first impressions.
It's the first thing that people see, and it will make or break your morale. So dressing well is very, very important, and it's a small thing, but it's probably the most important thing about somebody that, you'll see.
Tanvi's boutique, Peppermint, is loaded with her own designs and also the creations of other fashion designers. Now listen to this. Her target audience is women between the ages of 18 to 25. But you see people of every age, shape, and size visiting her shop. So I had to ask, what is inspiring your creations, girl? Because it is working.
Not to sound corny, but the city of Rochester and where we live. And so a lot of what we bring into the store that is our label dictates, the people that are going to wear it. And so if it's going to be cold, if we know it's going to be a cold, year for the rest of the year, then we'll bring those things in. And so I let people kind of inspire me to create the next line.
For those of you who may be unaware of this fact, perhaps you've never been to Rochester, we got a little joke here that we can experience all 4 seasons and 1 day up in here, and that is for real. So stocking a boutique to meet all those needs is not necessarily an easy feat, but Tanvi does it.
I have a formula that's worked, so I haven't changed it much. We keep our patterns the same no matter what, but we just keep changing the fabric, we keep changing the construction a little bit, so people still feel comfortable buying the brand, knowing what they're getting into, but there are little hints of surprises with different textures and things like that. I wanted to make sure that people had access to a well-designed garment and a well-designed product. That, oh, here's the designer, here's the person, we've met the person that designs our clothes, and we know where they come from.
Let's get personal for just a moment. I like shopping at boutiques. I like finding unique blouses like this with fun prints. I like dresses like I'm wearing with pockets and sweaters that feel like blankets, yet also have trend appeal. Here's what I don't like. Crazy expensive price tags when I find what I do like. Who does? Some boutique owners, like Tanvi, want to slash misconceptions about shopping and buying in boutiques, and they want to create a more inclusive experience.
I think that the biggest misconception that people have when they're going into a boutique is that it's going to be expensive, it's going to be inaccessible, and or they can't find their size, and I think that people should definitely have a little bit more of an open mind, because in the last 5 years, as a small business owner, and when I talk to other small business owners, everyone strives to bring in a huge variety, for everyone, different sizes, different price points. So there's always something for someone.
Dressing a city in part means residents should have some skin in the game. Here's a little advice from Tanvi.
I always tell people, find your local boutique. There will be something that you'll find for yourself. And the biggest thing is that if you can't, maybe just talk to the owner and say, hey, I like this. Is there any way I can get a different size? So asking is just, the first step, and you never know that someone can actually provide for you.
Tanvi's approach to dressing her city and ensuring her customers are getting unique pieces for all sizes and all price points is loaded with ideas on how you can get what you want from your local boutiques. Here's a brief recap with a few tips. First, Tanvi is absolutely right when she says your clothing is one of the first things people notice about you. Garments can make or break your morale, so find something that suits your body and your personality. Second, when you shop your local boutiques, find out if the owner is a fashioner like Tanvi. That way, you can meet the person designing your clothes and get tips on how to style outfits for your body type. And finally, if you find a garment in a boutique you love, yet it's not in your size, let the owner or manager know what you're looking for and ask if they can order it for you in a different size. It's worth asking. I'm Hélène Biandudi Hofer, and this is the Empty Hangers Decoding Dress. Now, do you have a favorite boutique in your city or town that offers unique styles and accessories that make you feel amazing? We want to hear about them. I want to visit them. So please reach out on Facebook or Instagram and tell me all about them. And I'll see you next time.